Okay, so last session we ended off after meeting in the tavern. So you met these, um, oh, you met these five nice people. There was the barmaid, and her name is Lily, and this old guy. He he said that Lily was the boss of a gang, and Kevin had a cousin who told you to meet here to join this gang. Some old man said that lady was a that lady's the boss and she's a monster as well. No one believes me, and he's all drunk and stuff. Um, and now he's dead.
Rip.
No,
Rest in peace.
no, he's not dead. You just haven't seen him when you woke up. Um, and so like, yeah, you guys have been asked as your first mission to join. I think we agreed. Broken Bow is the name of the gang.
Broken Bow.
Yeah, Broken Bow. The Broken Bow gang. And its competition is the three major gangs that run this city, and they're explained by the three rangers here, and each of them are different like flavors of ranger. One's like a forest ranger, one's a city slicking ranger with two guns on their waist, and the other one is a. Let me see. What did I write? Oh, the other one's like this cattle ranger, and she hoards these things called fire beetles. So there's these beetles, and they're massive. They're the size of cows, and people milk them
Oh,
for their for their fire beetle milk.
ew.
And like when they spring open their wings, fire's just rippling out of the back. They're like jet engines, but not really. They fly like normal beetles, but they like singe everything around them. So particular badass to like kind of look after those. And then there was the Zed guy who you're not sure, but he said that he was a master thief, and he's retired now. But he's a giant. I don't know if you guys have seen furbolgs, but they're like 7.5 foot tall. This dude is massive. he he's massive, wearing this really shrouded black armor underneath his like robes and stuff. And he tried to hide from you all when you came in because he thought that you guys were like snitches or something.
Oh, was he the guy we interrogated?
Did you interrogate someone?
I
More or
mean,
less.
yeah, I wouldn't call. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's one way to put it.
yeah.
The person we questioned.
The pushover guy. Yeah, that's him. Um. So yeah, what's happened is that you guys have been asked to do your first task, and in the city, there is. You're in the old Karnaca, so it's the old part of town, which they built first, right? It was the first landing in this bay, and since then, in the industrial kind of revolution they've had, they've terraformed the bay to become like canals, and there's a river that leads up one of the areas, and that's called the Leander River. And you guys have been tasked to just like take a ferry over to the other side of the river, and you'll be going to Syria. Syria is a district that has the cemetery, museums, conservatories, gardens. And there's a mission there for us to collect a key from an office because the key has the key is used to unlock a prison cell for a
Whoa.
person who was what's the word, kidnapped. So we've got the cage back, but they're still locked in it, and so we
Okay.
need to get the key. We've tried to cut it open. They said they tried to hacksaw it open, but for some reason it's like they're enchanted bars.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So we need to break into a place that's still a key.
Yes.
All
So
right.
We can do that.
there's a few different ways into the office. They say, but you'll have to you have to case the joint first.
Of course.
And so we know that there's like with the office building this nice, there's got to be like a hidden entrance, and they believe it to be in the sewers. So they give you a plan of the sewers.
Ooh, I love that.
They've taken like a picture of the guard posts around the city. All have it. You would have walked past a picture of it when you spoke with the guards at the front. It says that the guards know, like, it's labeled so that they know where to, if they're told to go and check out this part of the sewer, they know where to go, and like all the exits and stuff. So there is a sewer line that leads right under that building. Doesn't label anything like an exit there, but like an intuition thing. It's got to be underneath. But other than that, you could literally just scale the building or break through the front door or find a way in. It's up to you.
Right. What do you think, Lo? Should we split up or go together?
Hmm. Uh, I don't know. Hmm. Do you have any preference for either or?
I think the sewers are best option, and it sounds fun.
All right. I don't think I'm favoring splitting up for now. Still too new to
Okay.
this city.
Then together we go.
All right. I guess that's the plan.
You're right.
I'm not gonna lie. I have forgotten everything.
So I'll walk you through a lot of the stuff when we actually get to it. But if you have a look at game discussion, I'll put in a picture of the city. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is the one. This is the city of Kanaka. And you see how there's a conservatory and the gardens?
Conservatory.
To the topish.
Topish.
Syria Gardens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that river that leads up from the it cuts through the garden up there into the mountain.
The canal? Is
No,
that a canal?
no, that's a different one. That's the massive canal, but it's just a small little river. There is a bridge to cross the river, but we're gonna take the ferry because we're at the old quarter. Yeah, we're down at the bottom right there. If you guys want, I'll put this map into Roll20 so we can have a little like picture kind of thing.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll chuck it in real quick. I'll just extend this map out. How do I add more?
Mhm.
Burn. You see that now? Bottom of the screen.
No.
In Roll20.
Yes.
Okay, let's put that on the map later.
Ooh, got stretched.
Yeah, a little bit stretchy, but that's all good. So I'll start us out down here. And we will either take the ferry up to the gardens. And see here, this is a river that cuts into the mountain.
Okay.
Just put a little like
I see it.
oh my god. Yes.
It looks good.
Yes. So we're gonna be crossing there. Yeah, and pretty much at the beginning of the session, you guys have been told to do that, and you've been given a bit of fare so you can cross the river, and you get into a ferry. So the ferries are happening like every 5 minutes, and they're usually filled with like 5 or 6 people. And sometimes we doubled up boats and stuff like that, so you can get like 2 ferries crossing at the same time.
Okay.
So on your ferry, there doesn't seem to be anybody coming out of the old quarter heading up this way. So it's just the 2 of you and this like driver, and they're using these. It is an engine kind of machine, so those big swan rowboats that kind of like putt along. It sounds like that. They're an automated kind of what's the word for that windmill kind of propulsion? It's just like a propulsion machine that's rowing for the driver, and the driver's just steering the oar.
I want to say a water
The
wheel,
oar.
but
Yeah, it's like a water wheel, but it's like an enchanted engine. There's no like mechanical
got
combustion or anything like that. It's all just like some sort of like magical rock powers it, I guess.
it. Okay.
Best way to explain it. And so you're actually about here. During that time, the guy in the back goes, "I don't mean to pry, but what are you guys heading up to the gardens for today?"
That's a good question.
Are you there to see the Flower Road?
Yes.
Have you ever been? Is this your
No.
first time?
Tell me all about it.
Oh, it's this beautiful district in the gardens, and it's all the tourists from around the world come to see it. It's, you can make your way up to the conservatory using it. It's this beautiful pink garden. I don't even know how they get the flowers for it. They don't even grow around here. It's one of the best views in the entire city. And there's never any action over there. No one has any fights. It's all peaceful and kind over there for some reason.
That sounds like a dream. Is there...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, so look, am I online? I've forgotten everything. So what are we doing? I'm asking you this, Soda.
Yeah. Give me a sec. I was just drinking a drink.
Are we breaking into the conservatory to steal a key? Is that what we were
No,
trying to do?
there's a building and it's further up.
Okay.
So there's a
So
canal that runs through here, and the building is close to the end of the canal here.
okay. And so it's just a random building, as far as we know, right now at least.
Yeah, yeah. For all you know, is that it's an office building. It's 3 stories.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. All I need to know for now. Or
So we
well,
have
I mean,
to go
what?
past the conservatory to get to it.
That's right.
Yep.
So conservatory is like up the mountainside a bit. But we're not going up that way, we're going up through the gardens up to a place called the Syria West District.
Mhm.
And the West is mainly filled with like workers and offices.
Okay.
Yeah, the ship's coming around the way. Like, it's been about 10 minutes on your ride, and you're close to the end.
That was fast. Is there anything else to see in the city? I'm asking the driver.
Well, down south is the other gardens, but that's only for the that's only for those royals. It's the palace garden. I hear there's like a secret military over there. The
Oh,
I've seen the captain of that guard before, and he's nothing to mess around with. I think he's an elf.
it's not suspicious.
Yeah. Many people around these parts come in haven't heard of the Raven Guard, but the Duke keeps them around in that forest and trains them secretly over there. It's a beautiful forest section, though.
Gossip.
Yeah, but the Raven Guards don't leave that. They don't care about what's happening in the city. The guards look after the city, and there's crime everywhere. Just make sure when you're not in the gardens, keep your hands over your purses. Someone might snatch it right off your waist.
Got it. Okay.
And you're like putting into shore, and he puts into a dock that ends right at the like dot on the eye here.
Oh,
Thanks for riding with me. If you ever need a lift, just drop by the docks and ask for me. My name is
thank you so much.
my name's Charles.
Thank you so much, Charles.
Jaws.
Do I have a token for Charles? There we go. He's pretty young looking kid. And he tips his little sailor cap at you and just waits for around 1 or 2 minutes to see if anyone's gonna get on, and heads off onto his route.
Oh.
There's
So what do we see?
you're coming in, and let's see. Did I write it down? Give me a second.
Do you happen to remember what the Malone's guard name was? Besides Malone, if
Post.
I don't think he mentioned it. Post Malone, yeah, that's it. He's always at these posts, and that's why they call him Post Malone.
I had swore I had wrote down a note when I had talked to him last time, but I can't find it, so.
Yeah, I thought so too. Disappeared.
Yeah, off in the distance you can see these thin cone-bearing trees rising like a palisade against the edge of the cliffside, but looking down you see this large industrial kind of city with multi-story buildings and housing spread across them. It's like places that haven't been changed, included in with like the like multi-story buildings and stuff like that, like 2 or 3 story buildings. As you start walking through, you see there's a lot of alleyways. There's a lot of like rooftop vantage points that seem to have wooden kind of walkways on them, but no kind of like ladders to get up there. And a lot of stuff like half open sewer pipes with like metal ladders and stuff heading all the way down. As you're walking
Alright.
through as well, there's a guard. Kind of waves at the two of you. But as that happens, one of the people on a curb nearby is actually having an argument with another person, grabs him by the cuff of his shirt and picks him up, and the guard turns to face him. And right as that happens, another old lady in the distance is saying like, "That man just stole my purse!" And the guard spins around again on his heel, and he looks, and sees a man running away from that, from the old lady, and he calls over for like one of his other guard mates who are on the other side of the road, and he starts walking over slowly, like really slowly, like it's a very comically slow kind of walk. And then the guard kind of gets yelled at by the old lady as these two are having a punch up, and he's trying to like break it up. And the old lady's like, go get my purse, go get my purse. So he's like, the old lady's pulling him while he's trying to pull two people apart and stuff like that. And the other guard's like ushering people away, and you guys are looking at it, and he's like kind of like caused the crowd to kind of like surround them, and you start losing sight of all that.
So, I turned to Bort, and all my talking pretty much from now on is generally in a more hushed tone, so that way, prying ears won't hear. And I ask her, "Do you want to jump in the sewers now, or do you want to get a little bit closer?"
Oh, I think we could probably save ourselves from the filth and get a little bit closer.
Yeah. So you have to go through the gardens, which has that road that the guy recommended. Otherwise, you don't have to follow that. You can kind of go around the canal, which is like, it's just shops and stuff like that, or you can go through the road. There's
Alright, then.
two paths you can kind of go through the winding city.
Let's make our way up north, shall we?
Lead the way.
And then Bort just like leads the way, really kind of ignoring the crowd and trying to like aggressively move through it. Just like, excuse me, and just walking without really caring about the people.
As I follow, as Lo follows behind her, he's watching her flanks and just keeping a general observant
Yeah.
attitude as we transverse through the crowd in the city.
For sure. I'll just double check some stuff. I wrote down your guys' passive perception. Passive perception's based off your perception score and your wisdom. Down here on the sheet, it'll say armor class, initiative, and passive perception. Can you just double check what your passive perception is? Read it out to me.
Class initiative, passive perception.
Yeah, it's right at the top
Passive
of the sheet.
perception is 9.
Yeah, it's 9. And
Yeah.
what's yours on the low sheet?
Oh,
Right at the top
13.
of your page. Yeah, next to speed. Cool, 13.
I thought you were still talking to her. I thought you. I don't know why my head was like on her low sheet. What the hell is that?
Low's yoga, yeah. So the two
Yeah, it's
of you
13.
are around here. And sorry, I didn't quite catch which way were you heading? Do you want to go to the scenic route? We've told it's really nice and you don't have much crime, or do you want to go through the shops near the waterside?
I mean, she said up north. I definitely would prefer the gardens, for sure.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, excellent. So you kind of like see how bustle and thin the path is on the waterside kind of shops, and you choose to go up instead to the luscious garden. So as you come up, you see a sign and it reads Flower Road, and it describes the 3, maybe 5 kind of families created this entire city by like funding all of the industry and stuff here as nobility. And the first one's the Duke's family, which is the Aubrey. The Aubrey family is the name of it. A-U-B-R-Y. So it's Duke Aubrey. And then it goes to explain that there's a few other like merchant families, and the 3 big ones that aren't the Duke, because the Duke kind of keeps to himself. The other 3 families are the Munchburgers, the
Hamburger.
Rodimuses, and finally the Kelp family.
Burger.
And so as you're coming through the gardens, you're seeing like these beautiful kind of holly roots growing this deep green kind of garden with pink flowers rising out of it, and you it brings light to these bright red berries. Bees flitting among the fruit trees, buzzing among the poppies and the lupine, bobbing on the drooping heads of sunflowers, like the colonizers of golden plants. In the center of the garden, multiple of the families have little statuettes and plaques. Kind of each of the like families' busks kind of thing. It's not a full, like body statue, but it's like a busk, which is just
Okay.
like shoulder up, carved in stone, like some nice white stone, similar to the one that's on the mountainside.
Okay.
As you're walking up
Alright.
as well, yeah, like... Sorry. What do you want to do while you're
Sorry.
around?
Oh man. A semblance of home, I say out loud. Pretty much to myself, really, more than anyone else. Is there anybody else around?
Yeah, so you can
Oh.
see like a bunch of other like touristy kind of old people and people with their like children and stuff like that, just walking through the garden. Uh, where you were in Syria East, sorry, Syria West, they've no, it was East. Sorry, Syria East, down um down here near the ferries entrance was it was a lot of like thugs and people in like mafioso style suits looking around at people. But this is a lot more like calm and chill. It's like people don't walk through here too much. I think it's because like you believe like people are bored of seeing the rich just kind of like flex over them and show off their epic gardens.
Ugh, the rich. Can I try to either pick a flower or some berries?
Yeah. You walk
That's
up, grab whatever you want from the garden. There doesn't seem to be any
excellent.
like guards stopping you or anything like that.
Ah,
The hell are you doing?
I'm collecting. What? It's free. It's just standing out here.
I look at her in disbelief.
Why
Jesus
now?
Christ.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, for now.
They're just providing to the public,
Mm-hmm.
as they should.
I roll my eyes at her comment. My hood hiding such actions.
So, as you're walking, because it's real slow, like around this corner, it's like a bend around this large fountain kind of area. Um, like your like passive perception's kind of low, but you can see it clearly. Uh, boy, one of these statues looks like Low when you've seen him without his hood on.
Oh.
One of his little bust statues looks like Low.
Oh no. Uh, Port is like staring at it and then staring at Lo and then just like kind of like confusion and disgust in her face. And then she just like points with her thumb and turns to Lo like, is that you? Why does that look like you?
So, Low, you've never been to this city before.
Yep.
Your family that you know doesn't have any ties to this city because
Yeah.
you're a foreign noble. Like you're a noble of a different area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I notice her suddenly looking at me a lot, which raises a brow, and then I see her gesture behind her with a very weird look on her face. So I peer over her shoulder, looking at the statue, and what the fuck? I look at her and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's weird, right?
So on the
I look around. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. I interrupted you. Go.
I look around. Is there like a fence or anything separate preventing me from like walking up closer to this?
No,
this
it's kind of
bus?
like in the garden, so you have to like step into the mulch.
Okay.
But you can
All
see
right.
that there's a little plaque just before the actual statue, and it mentions the family name and who is pictured in these sculptures.
All right.
Um, further back, you didn't see it straight away because that was the first thing that you looked at was your visage, but you see your father's visage too. So, you've seen the visage of yourself and your father.
Yeah.
The sign says your father's name. Which do you want to give him a name?
Darkham.
How do I spell that?
DARKUM.
Yep. And I would have called them Thorilions.
That works.
Let's call.
Darkham Ceruleans Phantom.
Actually, doesn't say your last name. Let me just fix that. It says It actually says it says Kelp family.
Oh my god.
So it says Darkham Ceruleans Kelp, Aaron Kelp, Ven Kelp, and the mother's name is Irene Kelp. So there's 4 statues and 2 of them are female, one of them's a young girl. You've never seen this lady, this little girl, or the mother, Irene. You've never seen her either. But you recognize that name. It's Darkham is your dad, but Aaron is not your name, but it looks exactly like you.
The hell? Lo's pretty stumped. He almost staggers back. Almost. Just for a second, he almost loses his balance for like a fraction of a second. And he's kind of just at a loss for words. And he's just staring in disbelief.
So Bort asked you, like, is that you?
That's not my name.
When did you get this done?
I've never been to this city. This...
What? Maybe they imported it?
I don't recall this. I need a moment to think. I say, I put my hand up towards her as I turn away, trying to piece together something, anything
So,
that can explain the situation.
so Bort's been to your family house, right? Performed at your house, and that's how you met the first
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
You recall that there was like definitely like during this celebration there was missing a patriarch. The father figure was just not there. Lo, what do you remember from your father, Darkham's Ceruleans Farnham?
What do I remember?
Yeah, it was how was he as a father?
It's. I mean, I would say, Lo would say that that he was a good father. He taught him well, and he never did any wrong by his accounts or measures.
Yeah.
And he's never disapproved of any of the decisions his father has made. But at the same time, as he grew older, there was less contact. And when the family fell apart, everything kind of just fell apart. So Lowe's kind of was somewhat has become indifferent towards his family in general, father included.
Right.
But as far as, yeah, a good man for the most part. He's still, Lo himself is still trying to cope with the fact that that his house has fallen and that he's technically not a noble anymore, or at least, well, he thought. Things kind of fucking all wacko right now.
So yeah, like someone walks up and says, "Are you alright?" They don't even like that. You just see you kind of like stumbled, breathing a little bit heavily. They don't see your face or anything. Are you alright?
I instinctively pull on the tip of my hood, making sure that it's down enough. It's just a reflexive instinct, and I like half turn to them, and yeah, I'm fine, thanks. And as soon as I answer them, I quickly turn and begin to walk back towards Bort.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
Uh,
you can see that he looks visibly like shook from this. It's not something that he was expecting. He said that he's never been.
well, this seems like something we could figure out.
Yes, but the mission comes first. Let's handle that, and we'll save this for later. I say, sounding very unsure of myself. For
All
what's the
right.
word?
We'll put that on the back burner then. Hopefully we don't forget. I mean, I don't see how we could forget. All right. We should get out of here.
Yeah,
All right.
let's go. And Bort,
Yeah,
don't mention this to anybody,
I got you. I got it.
and put those damn flowers back.
No, they're mine.
Okay, I'll remember that.
And then she like puts one flower like behind her ear.
Yeah. You as you go to put some of the rest of the flowers away, you see that you have the bombs and stuff in your pouch still. So just like it just like kind
Bummer,
of
man.
it reminds you as well like, did you want to not tell Kevin as well? Is this something you're keeping a secret from Kevin?
This is a question for Bort, right?
Yeah, for
Or
both.
is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
for both of us?
for both
Okay.
of you, I guess. Like, is that something you want to keep a secret from Kevin as well?
That's a good question. Wait, Lou, are we keeping this away secret away from Kevin?
I stopped for a moment to think on it. For now, yes, we will tell him, but for now, I just want to keep this on lock or locked away
Alrighty then.
or some shit.
Yeah, you guys kind of get to the gate that exits the gardens, crossing a road full of carts and stuff like that. Your heart's still kind of beating pretty fast, though. You're like still a bit shook.
Yeah.
But like coming into this part of the city, you realize, you know, like it starts to like kick in that you're doing a job again, and you start calming down a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming in, how do you want to case this building?
Hmm.
because you're coming up to the block for it. You've been given like the information that's just up ahead. There's a lot of buildings around it. You could probably have a look.
I definitely want to do. I don't want to say a stakeout, but I definitely want to observe
Yeah.
the building for a long period of time. Actually, I walk up to Bort and I tell her, "Hey, do you think this would be a good time to split up? You investigate the sewers. I'll hang up topside and observe the daily rotation, see when people are coming in, coming out, etc."
That's fine with me.
Right.
Do that. Can Bort see a way into the sewers or like a manhole or anything like that?
Yeah, you have it on good like you have it on good information that you were given a map and it has the like location of sewers exits and stuff like that. And the sewers are less like sewery than you think. It's more like storm drainage and stuff like that. There's like a parallel kind of like pipe sections in the sewer that kind of deal with it a bit more cleanly than you know than in like a medieval kind of situation. It's all industrial, so there's like a lot of metal pipings in the sewer, and the rest is storm drain to kind of like get the water that would trickle down from the what's the word from the mountainside
Right.
or whatever when it rains into the water in the ocean.
Got it.
Yes, but it's very like slippery. It's slick, and it's moss of like green.
Disgusting. Perfect. Well then, Bort would like to make her way, I guess, towards the entrance, but not into the building, just to sort of scope out if there's any other entrances or if it's safe to, I guess, sneak through.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll try to extend this map out, and see if I can put both maps side by side, if that makes sense. I usually don't do it this way, but I don't want to like switch between maps constantly, or have you guys see different things. So, one sec. I usually get stuff ready in advance, but as I do, I just sometimes am not prepared.
That's fine.
Alright, so we'll switch over to a map.
Whoa.
You should be able to drop your tokens here. Oh, it's Kevin. Where's Kevin there? I was just testing
Kevin.
to see how they look, so Kevin just happened to be in the map. There is a few buildings kind of surrounding the square, but this is the one that we're casing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about 3 stories, but there's like a rooftop kind of entrance up there.
Okay.
The city looks derelict in this picture, but it's not that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So in some of these alleys, you know that's where the sewer entrance, the storm drain sewer entrance is. So this is where you kind of spoke to each other about splitting up.
Okay.
Cool. So we'll start with Bort. Down
Wow. Okay,
here. No, you're not ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
But down here you see it's just piles of kind of like stuck leaves and garbage that's drained down here. So it has a stink that is kind of like pretty off, but it's not like
Ugh.
it's not rancid waste. It's just like uncleaned like water channels. The water's
Icky
not
water.
stagnant down there, but it definitely is just like not clean looking. As it like flows downhill towards what you assume is the like river.
So do I know which way is the?
Yeah, just like general geography, you would be going left. There's only like one way. The other side looks like it's a
Mhm.
bit of a climb to get up to the top of that and get in there.
Got it.
And we don't think it's that way.
Yeah, looks nasty. Bort will go left and, just see what's over there.
Yep. As you make your way through, you're seeing this like kind of like floating it's a floating kind of like this parcel kind of like of rubbish, and it's floating down. It kind of like plops in from this top part and it goes underneath a bridge, and it's
Ooh.
coming up near you. Near you, right next to your feet, there's this like it's like a warehousey kind of pallet, and you see this like tentacle of some sort of garbage description just reach out, grab that pillar of wood, and just drag it into the water onto the top of the pile.
Oh my God. Sorry. What was the question?
No, like a tentacle just like grabbed something right next to you.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it had this pallet of wood and it just drags it into the water, and you hear a splash and it lands on top of the pile of rubbish.
It did that from out of the water in the sewer?
Yeah, it just went like, let's see, a color.
Oh
That
no.
looks gross. It just like tentacled up, grabbed this like
No.
pallet, and just dragged it up. It just went whoop, straight up the like.
No, I hate it.
You see it slowly flowing, like over here, like on this garbage
I see I've
pile.
made the right choice.
And there's this garbage pile or whatever over here. It's just like you hear bubbles gurgling in it. I'll need you to do a stealth check
Oh no. Okay.
to see if you can.
Oh boy.
You just DM'd that to me. Can you change it to? Can you both just make sure you're on to public?
Honey.
You got an 11. I'll let you re-roll it. If it's worse, we'll keep the 11. Is that fair?
Okay.
Alright.
Re-roll it so that everyone can see.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. So you're like
Jesus.
crouching down, and the tentacle rises up and starts like. It's like a periscope for a submarine. It just starts looking around, You don't hear anything. It doesn't look like it has an eye or anything. It's just like looking around. You're staying really still. But then you see a rat.
Terrified.
You see a rat scutter. Little rat scutter up there, and the tentacle just snaps at it, and the rat is
Oh, no.
split in half. And another like group of tentacles, two of them just grab either half and just pull it in.
Oh my god. I'm terrified.
And the
Jesus.
raft starts like floating far enough that it's away from your like area.
Ooh. Is it gone? Do I know if the monster's gone?
Yeah, you look around, it doesn't look like that pile of rubbish is there anymore.
Okay. Alrighty. Is it time to I guess it's time to make my way down after it.
Okay, so you can give it some time, or you can just like kind of follow it and see what it's doing.
Oh yeah, I want to follow it from like afar.
Yeah. So you keep pace so that you're following it from a real safe distance. We'll come
Yes.
back in a minute to what you're doing. We'll just have a look at what is going on with Lo.
Okay.
Jesus.
So Lo, yeah, you can see that the entrance to the building has a single man standing out in front of it. And he's kind of like this tall looking bouncer dude. And there's a few people in and out of the building. We'll just say that there's a set of stairs over here, even though there isn't. And other than that, this is like a pretty packed district of the city, so there's maybe, you can count like maybe 40 something people walking through the square right now.
Okay.
And then within a couple of minutes, most of them would have dispersed somewhere else. A new set of people come in. So it's pretty packed, pretty busy.
Okay. For now, I rest one of my hands, and it's obviously inside my cloak, but
Mm-hmm.
I rest one of my hands on my my coin purse.
Yep.
Even though that wouldn't be noticeable from the outside view, and I take out my other hand. That's full of the notes I've made so far about some of the people I've met and certain things that we saw, and I'm just mulling over the knowledge I've acquired so far, and I'm mulling over my family revelation whilst as a cover while I'm keeping an eye on the building, taking note of the going ins and going outs, the time of day, etc., etc.
Yeah, could you do a No, it doesn't need a check. So you can see that this taverny kind of area has this like balcony up here. And you'd be able to see from the second floor balcony up here a little bit more into the windows. You just can't see it because you're on the ground looking up.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, these windows seem like they're open. You can see a ceiling from where you're standing on the ground. But if you wanted to look in, you'd have to either get up on a higher angle, or maybe, start doing parkour jumping on roofs.
Okay. You said this place was an inn, right?
Yeah, it's a tavern over here.
Or a tavern, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Place for drinks.
Okay. I'll make my way towards the tavern. And I head inside.
Yep. As you're coming in, it's a bit of a dingy tavern. It's all made of wood. Everything else is stone. You read the sign as you come in. It's called the Foolish Pint. And there seems to be a few patrons at the bar.
Said the Foolish Pint.
The Foolish Pint. The Foolish Pint Lodge is the
Okay.
full name, but it's just called the Foolish Pint when you look at the signage.
Okay.
Part of it's got like a cafe kind of vibe with people serving this black liquid substance that you know to be like coffee, caffeinated.
Oh.
It's very rich in most places. Like most normal folk don't have it, but for some reason this city, you just see like average workers just ordering these drinks and having it made. Usually it's like ground up by servants and stuff from your experience, but it seems like these people know what they're doing.
Seeing this oddity, I start making my way over towards the server, I guess.
Mhm.
But as I'm doing that, I'm looking around the room to see a way up to the second floor.
Yeah, there seems to be a staircase. It's well lit, so you can see that the staircase has like it doesn't say anything about no entrance. It's just like it's a sign up and says more seats.
Okay, perfect. As I reach the server, is that coffee you're serving?
Yes, quite. It is a local blend made from the forests up north in the city of Rend.
And you say. I slightly, ever so slightly, tilt my head to the side, my eyes narrow, and all the ingredients are natural.
See, yes, and they have, if you do not like it bitter, we can sweeten it up with a bit of fire beetle milk.
I think I'll just take it black.
Excellent. And they write like a symbol on a cup. Do you speak Dwarven or read Dwarven?
No, I don't. I wouldn't say I do.
Yeah, it's like a Dwarven letter.
Oh, okay.
These people are human, so there's a human serving you and a human behind the other part of it, making the drinks, but it seems to be the case that they're writing it Dwarven.
Interesting.
So you're waiting a bit and they hand you your drink and on a it's on a little like plate, and you have a small wooden paper, like a wood wrapped paper cup with a hot coffee in it.
I lift up the cup. Thanks. And I turn around and begin heading upstairs.
Yeah, excellent. You see that the guard's changing shift. He's heading off and someone else putting in his place.
I take out my notebook again and start making notes. Though the notes aren't direct observations, it's more a bit of code. Talks of rather field formations and battle formations and stuff like that, rather than the direct actions of what I'm seeing.
Yeah. So stuff that you start noticing as well is that the people that are guarding are wearing what seems to be a symbol on a bandana on one of their shoulders. It could be the case that they have it on a different part. Like it's some of the kind of like less nicely dressed people who come in have it maybe on their scarf or something like that in this kind of cold town, but you can see some sort of banner, like a symbol that you've kind of like matched up on all of them. You can't really make it out what it is here, but you can see that you can see the same sort of symbol.
Okay.
And you're like a tiefling lineage, right?
What's up?
Tiefling lineage, kind of like a demonic
Yeah.
lineage, yeah. You see in the corner of this room, as you come upstairs, there is one lady sitting there with a straw in a cup, and in her hand she's holding what seems to be a wooden mannequin with a retractable mouth, and it seems to be some sort of like puppet.
Very interesting.
The lady doesn't say anything, but the puppet, it's a little goblin boy with one ribbon in his hair, and he's wearing a pink frilly dress. And the little goblin puppet moves its mouth, and you can tell on your 13 passive perception that like the mouth, she's not moving her mouth, but she's like kind of like side of her lip is moving and stuff. You know what I mean? Like you can tell that it's her speaking because it's obviously not this wooden puppet.
Yeah.
And it goes, "Oh, we have another visitor."
I stop facing the woman and the doll. And I look between the two of them with a very, very stern silence. And then I finally look down at the doll and ask, who are you?
Before the lady answers, she's about to open her mouth, and it's a very cool trick where she's got her mouth open and you don't see her lips moving or anything. Her mouth is still open agape, and as she goes to do it, the puppet is being puppeteered to like kind of put its hand over her mouth and saying, "I'm Jiminy, and this right here is Mora."
Jiminy and Mora, huh? And what are you doing here, Jiminy and Mora? I ask.
Jiminy's famous around these parts. You never heard of me?
I'm new to the city. I don't really know much of anybody.
Well, and you see the kind of like doll kind of just like lean its head back. And the lady goes, "Is there a reason why you're coming into the foolish pint?" She stops talking through the like doll.
Oh. I look up at her and I answer, I heard that the common folk drink coffee here, I say flatly.
She says, "Oh, it's a surprise to you too."
Yes. Where I'm from, generally the commoners don't have access to coffee.
It is very strange. Have you tried this one? And she points at her own one and she says, "They've mixed cocoa and sugar in. They call it a mocha.
No, I have not. I have not tried this cocoa and sugar mix mocha coffee.
Next time
Though
you
I
get
wish they did tell me they had sugar.
you can see it as well on the table. They have sugar and a little bit of like weird spices you've never heard of.
I take one of the packets as I put my cup down and begin to pour 2 different packets of sugar into my coffee.
Yeah, so there is a bar stool that kind of sits at the window looking out. So you could be sitting there, or you could be sitting closer to Mora and Jiminy.
Well, Mora, and of course Jiminy. It's been nice talking to you, but if you don't mind, I'm going to go look at my workbook.
Yeah. The Jiminy puppet kind of like head starts tilting back, and he's like, "Oh, that's fine." And Jiminy starts being like fed things, but the puppet's mouth doesn't actually swallow, so it's just like chewing. It's like the lady's just kind of paying attention to the puppet more than anything else.
I go and take up a stool next to the window, making sure that the way of the angle I'm sitting is hiding my face from Mora.
Yep.
And I pull out my notes again. I'm not gonna stay up here for too much longer. But I'm just waiting to see if I see any other big changes as time passes on.
Yeah, cool. We'll jump back
Okay.
to Bort. Jump back to Bort and see what's going on down there. Jules, you here?
Yep.
Excellent. Give me a sec. Let me export save. Yeah, so down this further down the sewer you see the ladder. It's like one of those apartment ladders where you have to like pull a string, but the string's too far up. But you can see that there's this like framework for a pull down ladder that would like lead up to where you assume is the like location is geographically underneath the building. Looks like some sort of fire escape.
Can I try to jump and pull it?
Because it is a really tall kind of thing. Like this could go about like 40, 50 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really high up. So you would have to climb the wall partially. It is slippery. So the check that you would need is about a 18 acrobatics to make it up there. With your jump feature, if you use your dancer feature
Oh.
and you like start by jumping up and then you like do the windmill up further up once you actually like jump off the wall. I'll let you do it as an easier check.
Yes, I would like to do that. Hardcore parkour.
Yes. So you kind of get a running start, jump off the wall, and then you do a windmill. Alright, let's give it acrobatics.
17.
Yeah, on a 17, that's really close to the original score. So you just like super make it. You like, you just grab onto the rope and it starts pulling down the ladder and you grab the metal extendable ladder, and it starts like rolling down, and you can like pull yourself up onto it. It almost reaches the ground as it fully unfolds, but you're like halfway up. You're halfway up already. At the top,
Can I check to see if there's anything that heard that?
are you looking around here?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me another perception check then.
Oh no. Perception.
And there was a tentacle behind you.
Wait, that's performance. Perception.
Let's go. I'll take the performance and we'll just make it 11 instead of thing. Because that's what you rolled first, essentially. So it's a d20 plus 4, and we just change it to a -1. So that's, sorry, 8 minus... Oh, it's the same number! Why? He's rolled 8 twice, but with better scores. You have human determination, so if you want to re-roll it, it's up to you. You can re-roll it once before you have to do another rest.
My perception sucks.
It do suck, yeah. You can't see that well.
I got an 11, which goes to 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Excellent. On a 10, you can see, like the tentacle garbage pile that you've been monitoring has kind of like grabbed onto the side of a wall, but it slips and it just keeps going.
Oh shit. Ooh.
But you're halfway.
Alright.
You're halfway up this like 50-foot kind of thing.
Alright, can I make my way up?
Yep.
Let's do it.
At the top, you kind of get to the last rung of like the last flight platform, and you get to the last. It's now like a stair up, and at the top of the stair is a wooden door style hatch, like trapdoor kind of hatch.
Check. I guess like try to listen through it to hear if there's anybody behind it.
Okay, roll another perception.
Wait.
Perception.
Didn't think this through.
Perception is pretty cool stat to like have. Unfortunately, you just don't have it.
Perfect. I got a 4, which is a 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All you hear is this like running water below you.
Ah, wonderful. Can I check if the if the hatch is locked?
Yeah, how do you want to do that? Do you want to try and lift it, or do you want to like look around? Is it like kind of like inspection, touching and feeling around for stuff?
Well, I would like to try to lift it as gently as possible.
Yep. As you push up, you see there's this really flimsy padlock just like dangling, and it stops you.
Can't see anything.
No, it doesn't give you enough lift to even like see light or anything like that. But the padlock is easily visible now.
Okay. Okay, I don't have any way to unlock it. Oh no, we need a key to get the key.
Bro. There is a toolkit which is called a thieves' tools, and that will have a lockpick. But sometimes if you just don't have that, you can make a makeshift lockpick. If you have anything,
How do I do that?
If you have anything that you could have used, like a little, what are they called?
Bob pin.
Clips, yeah, bobby pin, like those kinds of things. Anything that could like jiggle in there and like turn the key. You could use that as a check.
You don't got like a bunch of little jingly metal thingies on your outfit?
Actually, probably.
Actually, my outfit has all these keys on it. I'll just try all the keys.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I would think that outfit has maybe some like wires on it. Um, Maybe she would try to make a little makeshift
Yep.
tool with it.
Yeah, so you spend some time doing that, and it's another check. So this one here doesn't have any stats, so it's just a d20, and based off your check, it'll see how your little flimsy tool goes. Oof. You see it bend in there. You pull it out, and
Perfect.
you have to like reshape it back to the key shape again. It's just a failed attempt. It didn't break the lock or anything like that.
Okay.
You can do another one if you
I don't
want.
want to, yeah, I don't want to try to break it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try again.
You,
Oh.
oh, it's a 20. Clink. You hear the lock just come open.
Oh, excellent. I would like to pocket the lock.
Yeah. So you grab the padlock and put it in your pocket. Yeah, other than that, the door doesn't seem like it has anything else going for it, security wise.
Excellent. Can I lift it? Just
Yep.
like ever so gently, just to see if there's anybody there.
Yeah, not even a stealth check required. You lift it up, look around, and it seems to be some sort of like basement storage. Uh, it's because everyone's human, right? So it's all like well lit with a torch. It's torch lit. Um, oh yeah, that being said as well, you would have had to have a torch in here because you don't have dark vision, and the sewers aren't that well lit. Like there might be a torch every like 500 or so, like kind of feet, really far apart, giving such little amounts of light. Oh yeah, but
Really blind.
yeah, in here, it's a lot brighter than the entire like sewer system area. And you can see there's a bunch of boxes.
Are there any windows?
No, it's a basement.
I would like to sneak inside.
Okay, yeah, there's no check. You get in and you open it up, climb up, and are you gonna close the door on the way?
Yeah.
Yep, close the door. And in this room, large amounts of boxes and one exit door.
Just one. Is it locked?
You'd have to walk up and kind of figure that out.
Bort will walk up to the door and try to like jiggle the handle.
Yep, it's not locked.
Excellent. Okay. Is there a keyhole I could look through?
Yeah, you can get a
Ooh.
little bit of a view underneath. So you see there's a room that has a dog sleeping tied to a chain in there.
Oh man.
This dog looks a little bit like malformed. It's got like spikes, not spikes, bumps out of its back and stuff like that. Looks like some sort of mutated dog.
Oh man.
and its jaws look more menacing than normal dog.
I don't like that. I don't like the dog. I think Bort will sort of she sort of gets disappointed that this wasn't as easy as she thought it was gonna be. And tries to make her way back to the hatch to reconvene with Lou and let him know what happened or
Yep.
what she saw.
Yeah. So you make your way back. There's nothing in particular. Um, there's nothing in particular for like issues getting back. The rope, though, are you gonna put the are you gonna put the like mechanism for the fire escape back up, or leave it down?
I want to leave it down just so we have an like easy way to get back there.
Yep, easy. Excellent. Um, so just sorry, I'm bringing up the. Cool. Yeah, so as you make your way up, just put your token up here.
Where?
Just up on the street level, back up here. My camera work needs. I just noticed while you were all doing that, like I wasn't like showing it on the camera at all, and down here. That's fine.
Fine.
I really need to work this around. So yeah, you're meeting back at the square as you agreed.
Before that happened, I wanted to do something real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. At this point in time, I was much closer to the building. I
Mhm.
was just acting like a random passerby. I was just trying to get a closer, a solid look at the symbol so I could sketch it down for later.
Yep. So you walk past, and it is a. The iconography is. Um, the iconography is a snake.
Okay.
You haven't seen it on anyone else, like kind of walking around or anything like that.
Okay.
And this is Mora. So late, but like this is Mora.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you want to do?
Okay. After I start walking back towards the rendezvous section.
Mhm.
As I'm making my note.
Yes.
I walk up to Bort. So how'd it go?
Well, there's a dog. Well, first of all, I went into the sewers and there's something living there, so whatever it is, it's terrifying. Second of all, I set up the steps just so we could get up there easier. Um, it goes inside of a basement sort of storage cellar. And then there's a door, and on the other side is a dog. But I have no idea how to deal with that. I don't know if you have any ideas.
My character's blinking at her like, what the fuck? Okay, so let me get this straight. You went through the sewers.
Yes.
There's quote unquote something living in there, and it's horrifying.
Yes, absolutely.
There are steps that lead upwards to our building of question.
Right.
And there's a door with a dog behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And that's all? Do you have any idea where the key is?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But I mean, if there's a guard dog, it must be guarding something.
True. Okay. Do you want to take a crack at it now?
Like I said, I don't know how to deal with the dog.
Just kill it.
Maybe, well, it's a doggy. I was
My
gonna
character-
say, we get a chew toy or like a snack so it's distracted.
You think a guard dog's gonna be distracted by a chew toy?
We have to kill the dog.
Maybe. It's the easier way. The fastest way.
Okay. Well, in any case, do you have any food on you?
Nope.
There's
I only bought some coffee.
there's a nearby butcher. You can see off in the distance, and there's some fresh meat hanging from hooks right out front of his kind of stall.
Excellent. That was gonna work. And then Bort just like eagerly hops over to the butcher and tries to pick something with a bone.
Yep, you grab like some sort of steak.
Yes.
Seems to be a cheap cut, and
Excellent.
you know how
Maybe like two.
you know
How much is that?
two
It's your
steak?
butcher,
Yeah,
sir.
it's some copper. They said it's 7 copper, which is like less than a silver.
Excellent.
Folds his arms and rests against the wall watching her.
Okay, perfect. I will take my 2 steaks. And I will make this work. And she just like shows the steak to Lo. Very happily.
So shakes his head. Let's just get this over with.
Hey, let's go. So then Bort will lead the way back into the sewers and while they're walking, and she says, okay, so I would recommend for us to be nice and quiet while we're in the sewers, because of the monster.
Well, so it's a monster now.
What did I say it was before?
Something horrifying.
Well, the same thing.
Okay. Do you have... Did you see this thing?
I saw a part of it. A part of a tentacle.
Okay.
It destroyed a rat. It was horrifying. I feel very bad for the rat.
Maybe you should leave it a flower.
I think I will.
Lo chuckles to himself quietly. Well, by all means, sewer master.
I can't believe you did her that way.
What?
I can't believe you did that to her. You did her like that. Sewer master.
I honestly thought that she was gonna fail the check, and I was just imagining Board being like, yeah, trying to shove for it.
Bort actually does have a decent acrobatics skill, right? Yeah.
Oh
man,
yeah,
yeah. She's a fucking PIMP.
but not perception.
Gang this stuff.
Dumb
mean-
as shit.
It's the opposite for me. I am not acrobatic worth a shit.
Ah, that works.
Yeah,
Alright.
we make up for each other's weaknesses,
Mhm.
except
So-
for our ability to fight.
Where do you guys go when you're going down the sewer?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
it's
know that you mentioned that it was dark down here, right, Soda?
Yeah. So you can torch up if you
Okay.
need to.
Well, wait. Did I have dark vision?
Yeah, you picked dark vision, right? You didn't
Okay.
pick a like
Okay.
proficiency.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. So dark vision is written in such a way that it still gives you disadvantage on attacks while you're in the darkness, but you can see things clearer than Bort, so you don't need a light.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask about that because I never saw it anywhere on my character sheet, so I didn't know if.
Oh yeah, sorry. You could just gain the ability of dark vision. So I'll paste that into the chat. Maybe tools. We'll just grab it from one of the races that has it.
And where would I put this?
You put it in your features section.
Okay.
In your feet.
This
Feet.
Feet.
is horrible.
Feet.
Okay, Spood.
He misses me today. There it is. Thanks to your Infernal Heritage chips. Not superior dark vision, it should just be 30 feet. Let me edit that.
Yo.
You're not superior to anyone.
Yo.
Whoa.
There you go. That second one.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yep. So you can add that to your character's features list.
Peace.
But it says here, like, you know, dim light is still, like, you can't see much, so you have disadvantage on attack rolls and checks to perceive using your eyeballs.
Okay.
So that means if it was darkness, as in, like, pitch black, you can see it as that dim light.
Okay.
You know, like, you could see, like, reflections of light and stuff, even though
Yeah.
it's
It's
not...
like I have a 1+ to vision conditions.
Yes, I didn't play much of that old edition,
In a way.
but I'll take your word for it. Yeah. But it says you can't discern color in darkness, only shades of grey. Whereas Bort just walks around in this dim light. It's dimly lit, if that makes sense. It's not completely black.
Okay. I'm surprised you were able to see anything in this goddamn sewer.
Yes. I am too, to be honest with you. As they walk by, like the tiny blood splatter of the
Oh,
rat, she will leave a little flower for it.
Alright, we're back down here again.
Yeah. And then lead Lo to the ladder that she left lowered.
So there's not going to be a map for the building. We'll do that
Hmm?
as like theater of the mind. You just have to imagine what it would look like because it's a small confined space, as it were. Like all the things are just like small rooms, right? And they're not too big, not too tall ceiling, so it's not. We don't have to do too much like mapping out and stuff and direction and distance. If that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys can climb a ladder, so you climb up that ladder no problems pretty quietly. Get to the top and the hatch is unlocked still. Open it up and you're
Good.
in the storeroom of the office building. What do you want to do from here?
I look to her.
She looks to him. Um, with this sort of uncertain grin. And she just pulls out a steak and smiles at Lo.
He
I have an
stares.
idea.
Oh God.
If you, if maybe if you open the door so you're in front, I'll chuck the steak and and it'll distract the dog.
I stare at her blankly.
Eh?
Wouldn't he already be smelling the meat right now?
Her smile like fades, and she
Dog-
starts
the
thinking
dog
really hard about
is
it.
the dog is asleep on a chain.
Hmm.
Sleeping dog, sleepy doggy boyos.
I can't see him yet, right?
You can match what she did and peek through the keyhole to see the sleeping doggo.
Okay, so I just put up my hand to her, and just let me just take a look real quick.
Hmm?
I peek through the keyhole.
It's also a well-lit room because both of these are like human-owned, so you can see doggo tied to a wall on a thick metal chain. Um, can't really see much else unless you open the door.
See him.
Okay. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open the door.
Yes.
We're gonna make sure that the coast is clear, and that there's no other avenues of entrance from anybody else. We're gonna quietly and slowly make our way to the dog. Make sure not to get too close to it. It is on a chain. Try to stay at its maximum length. And when it does wake up, offer it the food or whatever the hell it is you're going to do.
Got
If
it.
it makes too much of a fuss, I'm killing it.
As you're
I'll make sure
discussing
that doesn't
this,
happen.
as you're discussing this, you hear tunk tunk tunk, people walking down a metal stair, and you
Fuck.
hear two people arguing. All right, hurry up and get changed, Sven. He goes, yes, sir. All right, let's do this. Do you want to peek through the hole or anything like that?
Going to peek through the hole to see what happens.
Yeah, so you peek through the hole. The dog is waking up, and the
No.
two men pass, and you can see them quite clearly. One of them's a blonde. He's a lot taller than the other guy. And then the second guy is this like little leather armor kind of weedy guy, and you can see the Sven guy has a symbol of a snake, and the other guy has the symbol of a skull.
The hell?
They go into their office. You see there seems to be in another room next to you. So parallel to another wall, with you, you can put your ear up and you hear them yelling at each other. They're having an argument.
The fuck is going on? I mumble under my breath.
I don't know. They weren't here before.
So I see a bunch of guys with snakes on them. I think this
Snakes?
building belongs to them. Yeah. A bunch of guards, couple people moving in and out. They all have this snake symbol on them one way or another. Somewhere on their person. They seem to be the organization that this building belongs to, but I saw him with a guy with skulls, or a skull, on him. So he's from a different group.
It's interesting.
And with their constant bickering right now, I'm assuming things have gone tits up, so this is either the best or the worst moment to do this.
You hear them
Should we?
douche, open the door again. They come past, and the manager in the like, he goes, "All right, take the key." Are you gonna look through the hole again, or are you still looking through?
Yeah, I'm glued. I'm glued to
glued
it right now.
So you can see he's got that. He's got this key, and it's got this big, like, metal card connected to it on a chain, and he puts that inside a book and hands it to Sven. But for some reason, you saw that they were like wearing. One of them was wearing armor, the other one was wearing clothes. They've swapped clothes.
Huh.
And Sven is handed a book, which he closes up, and you can see that the key went in there. He goes back into the manager's office and puts it down, and you hear like he goes, "Alright, I'll lock the door," and he goes out, keys locking a door, like a second set of keys, and you can see these keys dangling from his waist. And the manager guy heads up the ladder, and the Sven guy stays downstairs, kind of reads in the corner. You can see him.
Okay. So, from what I saw, Sven's the only guy down there with the doggy, correct?
Yes, yeah, and the doggy's now awake.
Doggy's now awake. And where's Sven in relation to the doggy?
If it was like
We can see
a
that?
40-foot room, he it's this big open chamber. You can guess that he's about, on the other corner of this 40-foot room, squared. So like if it was here, it's kind of like 40. Oops, I don't know what I did. 40, like that, and then one guy's in the corner, and the other guy and the doggy's in the other corner with you.
And so it's just a wide open room?
You can't tell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
you can
okay,
only see where the doggy is, and that has a staircase in the third corner that you could hear things from. This is all just like hearing perception on your 13 passive.
Okay. Alright, I turn to Bort. The dog's awake now. And
Good. He can eat.
there's also a guy in the room now.
Oh no. What do we do now? Do we attack?
Let's try and sneak in. I can't exactly make out the room, and I don't really. I've lost sight of him, so I don't exactly know where he is.
All right. Sneaking in it is.
Yeah. Let's try and not. Well, actually, fuck it.
Door's unlocked as well,
Let's
by
just-
the way.
Okay. Oh, well, I guess I don't know that, though. At least not yet.
Yep.
Hee hee.
Hee hee. If you want, I can draw a map.
Nani?
You want me to draw a map?
That'd be cool. I'm honestly having a hard time.
Visualizing it?
I-
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't prepare
Yeah,
anything
for a second I
this.
thought we were in like a jail cell type of place. And there was like a corridor at the, but I see now I am fucking absolutely wrong.
Like that.
So does drawing an entire plan. Architect. Hello.
Gang gang.
Good game.
So there is a metal stairs up. And door here. Door here. And if you want, I can have a dog token out.
Where's the doggy?
Doggy.
Oh, and where's the guy?
Give me a sec. The guy is... I'll use him for it for now. Don't really have a token ready. Yeah, let's go. And
Doggy. Okay. I grasp the doorknob and I ever so slowly, ever so gently twist it to see if it twists all the way and the door's unlocked.
yeah, it is unlocked. Yeah, sorry.
You're good. I let go and I turn back towards Bort. Bort. Wait, do I know that Bort took some bombs from Kevin?
Yes.
Okay. Bort. If this turns into a catastrophe, I want you to take all but one of your bombs and just throw them. Throw them into the room and blow everything to fucking kingdom come. We'll take the key and then we'll fucking run. Got it?
Got it. Bort is like processing what he's saying. But just nods.
All right. I step back and motion for her to do the honors.
Right. Bort is gonna toss a piece of meat at the dog.
Yeah, do an animal handling check.
Oh no. Oh.
Nice, you make it. It's easy.
I love
So the dog is like, it was just kind of like standing there, kind of like looking around. But when it sees the meat, before it sees like you, it starts like getting cheerful. Ears perk up, and it starts like chewing into this food, and it's like very happy, quietly chewing away at it. But you can see it's
Can I sneak attack with my rapier? No, I was kidding.
You can see its massive like teeth when it kind of like chews the food.
dog. Okay.
And the dog kind of like drags it closer to the wall and just starts chewing away at it.
Oh, what a good boy. So talented.
Doggy.
He do be a good boy.
Okay. And then what do we do? Then we gotta meet. Does the guy have the key, or does the guy have the key to the office? That's the key.
He's got a key that you assume leads you to this.
Right.
Because you saw it like go back on his belt after he locked it. Lo saw that, I mean.
Can I attempt to steal his keys?
He's looking into a book, but like if you start walking up, you'll have to do a stealth check to beat his perception. It's contested at that point.
Okay. Stealth?
Yeah, so it's a stealth check, and you'll have to compete against whatever he has for like a passive perception.
I grab my suit bags.
Oh my god. The first time it's let me down.
you
I was gonna stop you.
Sorry.
It's okay.
you like
It's fun.
cause a bit of a noise. He looks over. He doesn't see you because you like duck away right at the last second. He just ignores it. He's like, oh, it's probably the dog. Goes back to reading. But you won't be able to get close on that.
Oh.
You can attempt it again. That's
Okay.
like easily not a problem.
I quickly, I swiftly catch up to Bort and I put a hand on her shoulder, giving her like a little, like I'm I don't want to say firmly, but she can feel me pulling her back.
Mm-hmm.
Bort is just confused and staring at him.
I do my thumb and I thumb behind me like, oh, fuck off, I got this.
Can you put yourself on like where you're going to be? Like move your token around. Let's say there's boxes.
Yeah, because I was, in my mind, we were like here or some shit.
Yeah, give me a sec. There is little like.
Right, take a hike was a better word.
Okay, got
I
it.
said-
Bort is gonna hang out and watch the dog.
Doggy,
Great.
great, another great.
Oh, I love.
Crating up. There's a little crate and
Oh, that's a big crate. Bort hides under the crate.
Of course.
it did be Creighton. Okay, so yeah, there's a few crates and this guy here's sitting on a chair.
I'm gonna try and sneak up on him and steal the will.
Yep.
It's will to live.
No, no, not steal his will to live. We're not killing anybody. Not yet.
Oh, got it.
Just trying to steal his keys.
Yeah, yeah. Just another
I-
stealth check. He's like reading a book. Oh,
No.
you are a god. You like tiptoe right up to him. He wouldn't even be able to like see you if he looked back. You're so good at this. You like kind of
Oh, yeah.
wheel the you like wheel the what's it called, the key off of his like
Mhm.
waistband, and he doesn't even feel it. You sneak back.
Oh, yeah.
As I get back around the crate, I turn towards Bort and I like hold up the keys like, I got that.
She puts up 2 thumbs up. Very excited.
Okay. I go up to the room
Mm-hmm.
and I attempt to, as quietly as possible, unlock the door.
I don't need another stealth check. You should be able to do that. Not a problem. You're both trained in stealth. This is like an easy task. Just being quiet with keys.
Can be.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah, you get in. It's no problem. You'll unlock the door. Oh, I said you didn't need a stealth. Yeah, you're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
On a 17, you're good though.
Hee hee.
Whatever. Hee hee. No, because you're trained. It's such an easy task that you just break. Like, you just do it easy. So in there, there
Okay.
is a big desk with a chair behind it. On top of the desk is like this plastic mat, and on top of that, a little a book, and the book reads vaults and safes of Norn. Vaults and safes of Norn.
Interesting.
What's
I,
Norn?
I make sure to observe how the book is before I pick it up.
Yeah, it's you can see the like position, orientation, and everything, and you can like you've got that pictured in your mind perfectly.
All right. I flip open the book, immediately looking for the key.
Yeah, it looks like a normal book, but it's actually fake. Like most of its pages is just like torn out, and the key's sitting right there.
All right. Shit. I didn't even think. I didn't think about this. Okay. One second.
All good.
How many keys are on this key ring?
The one that you have in your other hand.
Yeah.
There's like 3 keys, but they're completely different to the golden, like very special looking like prisoner key. That's got a card connected to it.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Then I just take the key and put the book back perfectly as it was.
Yep.
Okay.
You can hear the
And I say,
doggy finishing up his meal too.
Okay.
I'm looking at board, and I hold up the number 2, the 2 with my fingers at her.
And she pulls out a bomb.
She's-
No, I'm just kidding.
That would be Jesus Christ. That would be the misplay of the situation.
Boyd is looking at your fingers and then at you, slightly confused.
I make a fucking eating motion with my mouth, like the second steak.
Ah, yes. She pulls out the second one and tosses it over again.
Yeah, I just need another animal handling. But the doggy really likes your steaks. Yeah. The doggy's like,
He
catches
love
it in his
me.
mouth. It's like epic.
Oh hell yeah.
And he does a little like spin. You know, like,
Oh,
like turns. And his tail's wagging and stuff. He's super happy about it.
oh, he's the best.
He do be the best. He's locked up though.
Let out the quietest sigh of relief.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
What are you doing from here?
So I am going to hand off the key of importance to Bort,
Oh no.
and then I'm going to turn around and relock the door.
Yep.
Smart.
Okay. Now I'm gonna attempt. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna try and sneak up to the guy and just put the keys on the ground under his chair.
Okay. So this one here is another stealth check. I'm not going to use the 17 because that was a bit ago.
Yeah.
Another stealth check based on your stealth versus his passive perception.
Cool.
Bro. Dude.
Hell yeah.
Because you're so good at stealthing and you got a crit twice, I'm going to give you a bonus +1 going forward whenever you're stealthing
Yeah.
to like, you know, surprise people.
I'm surprised. What the hell?
So now instead of a 24, you can have a 25 on your stealth if you get a 20. But yeah, like just +1 going forward.
So is that what happened? I got 2 20s?
Yeah, that's why they're green.
Holy shit.
You rolled the best dice twice.
Oh my god.
And so yeah, you're just really good
Shadow.
at sneaking up on people. So you have a permanent +1 to your stealth checks.
Dope. Okay, just gonna do.
Ooh, you
Leave.
just do it.
Okay. I start making my way back towards the door. I signal Bort that it's time to get the fuck out of here.
So you have a permanent, is that how you say it spells permanent? Doesn't matter. Permanent +1 to stealth checks to sneak up on someone. So as you get out, the doggy's happy, close the door, back into the sewers, make your way out, and nothing interesting really happens as you're getting out.
Good.
You make your way out onto the street after climbing out of the sewer entrance again.
Did Bort ever? Never mind.
Ah?
Nothing.
Suspicious.
Okay. Making your way out there, you were told, when you return, it's easy to just get a ferry from the dock in the west, and just hit the ferry back this way. So you guys have been given money, a token for that. It's like a token instead of actual coins. And the token will get you through those ferries for the day and stuff like that. Yeah, you would usually just have to pay 3 silver for a token. Or you could pay little amounts of copper if you're just doing short trips during little ones, but you've got the day tokens and you're just surfing around with them.
Oh.
Excellent. As you're getting on the... before you get off land, is there anything you want to do?
Where are we?
We'll go...
On the ferry dock?
We'll go back to this map. Let's see. You're up here where you're supposed to be, but yeah, there's a canal over here, and the canal has little little putt ferries going through it.
I don't need to do anything. Do you, Lo?
The other thing
Quite
is
frankly, this has been a very...
you can look for shops to speak to people about getting a new gang shop up and running. I didn't put the shops in. You can start getting suppliers to give you a underground version of the shops if you speak to a supplier and stuff like that. I just completely forgot to make one. But I'll do it now, shop trade. Otherwise you can just head back if you don't want to find shops.
What kind of shops are there?
There is... Let's see. You're going down that shopping district, and in the area that you're kind of in, there is... there's mainly weapon shops here. There's a place called Naga's Blades, Fox's Armaments. One is WEAW, Wheel. There's one called Tiny's Shop. And then in the actual plaza that you're in is a place called Rank Central.
I turn towards Bort, and I tell her I wouldn't mind perusing some of the weapons shops if there are any nearby.
Let's do that.
Okay. You said what you said?
Oh, I said
Okay.
Chinese twice. My bad.
What does wheel stand for?
You walk up closer and you kind of look around. It's Willing's
Wheel.
Extraordinary Arms and Weapons.
Oh, hell yeah. That's the one I want to go to.
Likewise.
Ew.
You go to
beeline for Wally World.
you head into Wheel, and it's like a woodworking enchanted shop, and you can see the main thing that they have is these wooden you would call them clubs, but they would actually like use one of these things against you if you did. It's a scepter, right? It's like very fancy. It's a wooden scepter. You can see staves of all different makes. Some of them have listed little like icons underneath it. Not icons, sorry, like labels saying stuff like ghostly, flaming, dragon breath. One of them says ghostly devilwood. But it's mainly woodwork style weapons like staves, walking canes, scepters. What else? I don't think it has anything else. Yeah, staff, walking canes, scepters, those kinds of things.
I've suddenly grown disinterested. But
Me too.
I walk up to the the front desk, anyways.
You see this it's half. Let's see. This man with like half his face is kind of like covered with a mask. He greets you. Welcome to Wheel. Willing's Extraordinary Arms and Weapons. How can I help you today?
Yes. Do you have any rapiers?
We don't make rapiers out of wood. I don't think that is the case here.
Any shops you could recommend for one?
You could try Blades up the road. Or Foxes.
Do you have could you break a gold? I say, holding up a gold piece.
Yes, and he has a little sack of 10 silver ready.
Okay. Yeah. So I give him the gold. Give him the one gold piece.
Excellent, yeah, he passes you over 10 silver.
I take the 10 and I leave one behind. Thanks for the info.
Thank you. If you ever want to come around, I'll be here. Thank you.
Thank you. And I begin making my way out of the shop.
Yep, the other ones are just down the
We're just gonna
walkway.
follow.
Just down the walkway, you can see Fox's armaments and Naga's blades.
Alright, I start walking towards Naga's blades.
Yep. And
We're just gonna follow.
Alright.
Let's play. Boyd's blades.
Oh,
So you're in
well, hi there.
Naga's Blades.
No.
This shot here, you can see they this guy who's like half he's like a lizard folk lineage, and he's very much like lizard skinned human almost,
Ooh.
and he's like, welcome.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again? What?
He he lisps every time he says, and he's saying,
Okay.
welcome.
Okay. Hello. You got any rapiers?
Yes, we could be of service, Rapier. He points up, and there is a masterwork rapier. Masterwork is one of the items that you need to kind of enchant something. You can't just normally enchant, like, just any old rapier. It has to be, like, the best of its kind. But this masterwork rapier he shows, and it's listed here for 40 gold pieces.
Damn.
Outside of that, yeah, he's got all these different types of weapons, like let's see. Things that aren't masterwork that he has is he's got little, like, these things called kamas, and they're like a little baby
yeah.
scythes, like little scythes that you'd use for farming kind of thing. He's
Yeah. You just got somebody up.
he's got a kris, which is like a long piercing dagger.
Yeah, my man.
An executioner, which is like a dagger with like this little hook off to the side, where like you would use it to kind of like get it around other people's swords or slice someone's throat with it. And up on the wall is a spear type called the Zephyrus spear, and it's this large spear with, like, like, it's kind of it's got this really large ornate spearhead that kind of twirls into a tip. But other than that, yeah, there's just basic simple weapons lying around as well. Daggers, short swords, machetes.
Okay. I perused the shop.
Yeah, excellent. Is there any item that I listed that you want to look back at? The price? Do you want me to go back over them again?
Well, I know you mentioned the Chris.
Yep. Chris.
Chris is really awesome. I love its wavy flame-like design. It's a classic. What was the other one that you had mentioned?
Kama. The
Yeah, the commas. Yeah. No.
The executioner dagger.
That's right.
And then underneath that is just like war pick. Daggers, short swords, machetes.
I've generally finished my browsing, and I looked for Ooh.
Chris. Oh, shit. Boyd is looking around, but she's not that interested.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right. I begin to make my leave and start heading towards Fox's Armaments.
Yeah, they thank you, and you guys head out again.
Yeah.
And the Fox's Armaments has specialty. It's kind of like it's like a hunting lodge style. Yeah, you see composite bows, pistols of all different shapes and sizes, sickles. There's a thing called a bill hook, which is like a long sword with the hook on it, like the executioner. And this massive thing on the top shelf called a hand cannon.
Ooh.
Hand cannon?
Hand cannon, that's right.
Damn.
The big chungus.
The biggest.
Chungus.
I walk up to the I want to say cashier, the clerk, the
Yep.
store clerk.
Yeah,
I walk up to the store clerk.
he's a bit short, and he's kind of like he's got like a halfling lineage. You can see that he's like very much shorter than the counter and stuff, but he's still a human. He leans over and says, "How can I help?"
Okay. I kind of fold. I don't want to say fold, but I rest both my arms and I'm kind of leaning over onto the counter, and I tell him, "Well, I have this pistol. It's pretty basic, and I'm wondering if there's any decent comparative pistols you could recommend upgrading to over this." And I reach into my back and I pull out my handgun, being careful not to ever point it at him.
Yeah. Is your
And I place.
is your handgun like where would you have gotten it from? Is it like from your like noble
No, it's
background,
like a
or is it like
basic.
it's like
No,
bought on the
no, it's a
streets?
basic. Yeah, this is a street. This is a street sale pistol. This is like
Yeah, yeah.
I have a pistol on me, and I paid the bare minimum for it.
That's it.
But also, it's like it's Well, you'll see. As I put the pistol down on the counter, um, it's already obvious that this is a fucking bargain bin pistol. But I tell him, if there is anything, I need something that is generally the same size as this one.
The only one we have in compact is this, and he turns around and pulls out this case, like a wooden case with a glass over it, and he shows you it through the glass, and it's a gun with a magical enchantment. You can see that it shines different. It just has that like sheen to it, and you can tell that that's like a magical enchantment. He says it is enchant with magic to make it silent, and it won't kill. It will knock them out.
Wait, could you say that last part again?
It's silent, won't kill. It's two enchantments.
Okay, silent won't kill. Got it.
Yeah.
How much?
For this one, 1,200 gold pieces.
200?
Even she's surprised.
I lean over on my side, resting my hand on my chin, sighing quite boorishly.
Well, time is money, friend.
Whoa.
He can't see it. Well, maybe he could because he's a bit short, but I'm rolling the fuck out of my eyes. And I get off the desk and I say, "Yes, it is." And I turn to Bort and I actually signal her to her this time that I'm ready to get the fuck out of this store.
She nods and turns around to go out the door.
You hear him
I turn
go,
to her and I'm like,
"Don't let the door hit you on the way out."
I heard that.
Damn it.
I stop with the door still open,
Daddy,
Oh,
and I reach into my bag, my coin purse.
Daddy, can you
I pull out a silver piece
ask them?
and I flick it towards him. I make sure it doesn't hit the counter. It hits like the middle of his room.
Yeah, give me a sec though. I'm being asked a question.
Yeah.
poor kitty. No
I-
more food. Hunger. No eat all day.
And he said, "Where's the steak for me?"
Yeah.
Hello.
So did you say you were back?
Yeah, back now.
Okay, so
What's the
I,
question? Sorry, go ahead.
Lo pulls out the silver piece at the doorway, turns and flicks it into the middle of the room. For your time, I say before leaving.
Ooh. Burn.
He
I really wanted to freaking break up at least one of those silvers into 10 copper pieces. I really wish I did now.
he he gives you a bit of a surprise, and then he kind of like walks around the table and grabs it up.
Freaking midget.
And then he sits back on his, like chair that's like booster seat. He's all up on boosters.
Yo.
All right. I turn to Bort. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to finish this and hand in this damn key.
Wait, I want to go to Tiny's shop.
Okay.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Is everything tiny in the tiny shop?
No.
Damn.
As you come into Tiny's shop, he's also like a half
More.
short person. Yeah,
He's tiny.
half. He's a little gnome. And he's big bushy beard, all the way down to his knees. And he's just standing, sitting on like a little stool on top of a countertop. As you come into the room, it's kind of like there's like stakes, spears, just like similar kind of like weapons, and you see a lot of the enchantments mention speed and like quickness.
Speed.
Speed.
Did you
Bort
say
will walk.
pigs? Oh, sorry.
What?
Go say what?
I thought he said. Did you say cakes?
No,
Yes.
I said steak. The thing that you killed
Oh,
like dragon.
yeah.
Sorry, Dracula with. Like,
yeah.
It's like a wooden dagger kind of thing.
Ah, a
Yeah.
vampire.
Steak.
So Bort would walk up to the counter and she is the counter like a glass where like you can look at all the stuff in the
Yeah.
counter?
They're kind of like they're up on shelves
Jump, jump,
Oh.
jump.
and labeled. Is there anything in particular you?
So Bort would like to ask the person behind the counter if they
I want 300 rubles.
Stop. Turn that down. Thank you.
You don't need to pull my iPad.
Alright, sorry. What were you gonna ask?
So, hi. Do you guys have any like small weapons, like like brass knuckles or anything like that?
Little half gnome guy goes, yes. He shows you a few of the weapons. There's a hand guitar, which is like they call them punching daggers, where you have like a handle that you would hold on to as
Oh.
like a brass knuckle, but at the end is this big blade. And then he points up at another one. It's these massive gauntlets, stone, and they're called boulder gauntlets.
That's good food.
But other than that, there's this like spear throwing implement that looks like this. It's like a wooden kind of like shoehorn looking thing, and you would like fling javelins with it.
How much is the Qatar?
Guitar blade is you're very pretty. I'll do 15 gold for you.
My God! Ugh. That's exactly how much I have.
I'm already taking it down from 20. I'm sorry. So, if you would judge it, the dagger is a 1d4, right? The guitar is a 2d4.
Okay.
Yeah, and it does the same thing, piercing damage. But you can't throw it like you would a dagger.
Oh, that's the difference. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to buy it.
I get my store clerk to get it down for you. And he calls over and he's like, "Boy!" And like this tall, teenager looking dude. He's very much a half giant race, and he's pretty tall, and he goes up and gets stuff for him. Pulls down the guitar, and you want it wrapped?
The what?
Do you want it wrapped in paper?
Wrapped? No, that's fine. I'll just carry it.
Yeah, excellent. And he puts it on the table for you. That'll be 15 gold.
Yeah. She passes over all of her
All your
gold,
money, yeah.
all of the money.
Damn, you didn't try to haggle it at all?
I got too excited after the 1,500.
Flo is shaking his head.
Is there anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
And the little guy goes, thanks for coming around. Any time you need to come in and have a chat. You seem like good peoples.
Oh, thank you. No.
It doesn't use strength. It's a dexterity weapon.
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know
Let's have a
how
look.
to do that.
Yeah. So when you put it in, it's guitar. Whoa. You closed it up. You have to put in the
Yeah.
damage type, which is it's DMG. And it's got damage dex, so just change that little drop down box under damage 1 to dex.
Okay. I think. Hold on. We can figure this out later.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Uh,
Excellent. So you guys, I assume, are walking out.
Yep.
I lift my rapier to stop her.
What?
It's casual. It's not like I'm like lifting my rapier's like blade from the hilt, kind of like a bar. I'm not like actually like doing some crazy ass motion with it.
Yeah.
Why don't you sell him your old weapons?
Um,
Dad. Dad,
her face like goes into shock, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." Um,
I want you later, alright?
no, I want them all.
But look.
Sorry, one sec.
I want.
Touche.
I'm back. Yes.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Did you want to sell
Okay, no,
something back to us?
No, I'm keeping everything.
Okay.
I'm hoarding it.
Gotta hold fast. Okay. As you come out, you know, like it's just a short walk to the pier, and you make your way onto the boat. If that's what you guys want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. We make our way, you head back in, and we'll have a chat with Lily. Back in the tavern. You come back into the tavern, and you guys know that the tavern is named The Last Arrow, and Lily's back at the behind the counter. Sorry, one second.
Okay.
What do we get from this?
I'm back.
Find out.
Yeah, you're gonna find out. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh.
you come in, and it's like, welcome back.
Oh. I nod and I walk up to the counter and I turn my back towards Lily, and I'm kind of just watching the crowd.
Yep. So it's the same three rangers and Zed again. No one else really comes into the shop. So you've completed your initiation trial,
Mhm.
and your friend here, and she points over into a corner. You didn't see him straight away, but Kevin's just chilling out. He seems to have done a lot of.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He's like, in his prospector voice, he says something like, "Oh, I found out a lot today." I don't know how it talks.
That was a good Kevin.
Yes. And he, Lily goes, "Well, for your troubles,"
Okay.
and she pulls out these sacks of coins, and it's got 4 platinum in it.
Oh.
Platinum is worth, it's 40 platinum,
45.
and it's worth
45.
400 GP each
For how many?
for the 3 of you.
Wait, how much is it
400 GP.
in total to
And
split
there's 4
for
of them.
3?
No. So there's like, in total,
Yeah.
there's 1,200 GP in total.
Whoa.
But-
Nice.
But they're in like, you know, the consolidated coin that's like, you have to trade it in. These platinum,
Oh, hell
platinum
yeah.
coins that are worth like heaps. Welcome
Excellent.
to the Broken Bow. As you can see, we're here to make changes in this city, and the corruption that lies in the city is not not something I can abide by any longer.
Okay.
Who exactly are the corrupt ones?
The 3 families of this city run 3 gangs each.
Oh.
The Rodimuses run the Dead Rats. Oh, I'll write it down very
Bad Pippi.
The Kelps run the Snake Gang. And the Munchburgers run the Skull Gang. There you go. They do their
Wow.
bidding for them, and any illegal stuff that needs to be done, they pay these gangs to do. We're going to be making our name in the city and taking over these nobles who wish to become dukes or kings. They're not satisfied with their low noble heritage. Relax. So for today and tomorrow, you'll have the day off. And
And you're never
In-
gonna go back to school or work.
in 2 days, we will have something for you to do, she says.
Oh.
Very well.
Alrighty then.